CinemaCon is well underway and Universal Pictures just had their whole sizzle reel, and there's a bunch of things we want to talk about. Today, I am sticking to the Black Phone 2 as well as Wicked for Good, possibly Five Nights at Freddy, and we'll cover the rest as well at a later date. But the witches are back, the Witches of Oz. What if they made a movie called The Witches of Oz? Now, I will tell you, if you've been here on the channel long enough, we became Wicked fans pretty much last year after watching the film. Now I need to watch the Broadway musical. But Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo were there to sort of discuss the film and also showcase the new footage that they have. And apparently the Wicked footage bewitched the packed house with a rousing response. And yeah, The Hollywood Reporter writes this. So according to this, the footage included the first look at Dorothy, of course, not showing her face. There were also golden bricks, a wedding, and flying monkeys galore. So what we see in the second film is going to be the two witches deal with the consequences of the choices made. In one of the scenes, apparently, we hear Erivo as Elphaba say, "This is between the wizard and I." We also hear Grande's character say, "Elphaba, they're coming for you." Now, the film will be released on November 21st, 2025, which is about a year from when Wicked first came out, which had a massive success at 750 plus million at the box office. Now, let's talk about what we were able to see in this footage, and this comes from Discussing Film. So, according to Discussing Film, what we saw here was Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, Jon M, and Mark Platt showcasing to the attendees the trailer for Wicked for Good. The trailer begins with Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba confronting Ariana Grande's Galinda on the balcony of her new home in the Emerald City before cutting to a retro Universal Studios logo. Cynthia Erivo takes on no good deed, blasts as we are shown Elphaba starting a revolution in the land of Oz. She writes, "The wizard lies in the sky," as she flies on her broom, and the wizard threatens Elphaba. The trailer then transitions into Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo's new take on For Good. There are brief flashes of Galinda's wedding sequence, walking the floor covered in flying lights mirroring Jon M's famous Crazy Rich Asian shot. We never see her face, but we are shown glimpses of Dorothy and her companions on the yellow brick road, as well as talking to the wizard. In a key moment, Jonathan Bailey's Fierro points his gun at Ozian soldiers and hands Elphaba her broom. The chorus For Good ramps up as Elphaba and Galinda hold hands and talk about their friendship. In a big climatic sequence, Elphaba confronts the wizard in his chamber with her broom before a final shot of her zooming away from the flying monkeys, cutting to the Wicked for Good title card. So, as we know, in the final sequences of the Wicked film, we did see that Elphaba had finally had enough of the wizard and how he was treating the animals. So a lot of the revolution that she is bringing is for everybody to be fairly treated. Galinda's side as more of Elphaba sort of rebelling against the way it should be, but still felt compelled to let her friend just do what she feels is right, even though she herself doesn't really want to rebel or be against the wizard and his wishes. And we'll see a lot of that play out in the second film. I don't really want to get too deep into it here because I don't think people really want spoilers, but we can definitely talk about that in another video if y'all want to discuss it more spoilerific about what is going to happen in the second part of Wicked, which we've already discussed, but definitely would love to get back into it. So if you want that video, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll probably try to do that maybe next week, but stay tuned. I'm ready to see this trailer. I need it out. I possibly could think we could see this trailer not be released until I think we get Jurassic World Rebirth, which is a big one they have coming up. Other than that, I don't know when exactly we would get this trailer. I feel like they really want to push it until we get one of those big movies, blockbusters in the summer going. But like I said, we were a huge fan of Wicked and we discussed it extensively. We enjoyed talking about the movie, reviewing it, and just theorizing what comes next. And of course, it's not like we don't know the story in itself, but we do know they changed some things here and there throughout. And Jon M has talked about there could be some original stuff going on here as well, music and all of that. And I'm open for it. I still do want to see the Broadway musical, the original and all of that, and be able to discuss it more. So that's definitely something I'm putting on my list to do before Wicked for Good comes out, is to be able to just experience the musical at some point in its original format. I did love the film in itself, Wicked, last year, and I'm curious to see how they continue it on the big screen. I am excited as well at seeing the sort of new take on Dorothy and all of that. I think that's going to be an interesting aspect of the film. We don't know, I think, who has been cast in those roles just yet. We do know a lot about the characters, who they become, and things of that nature. We discussed that in videos in the past already on the channel if you want to go check those out as well, like Fiyero and all of that. So I don't know. This sounds interesting. I'm excited to see what comes out of it. So according to this report as well, the clip that was showcased was introduced by Erivo right before she said, "Can't wait to get back on the road again," and joking that they already had their tissues packed. However, she did promise less waterworks this time, but I'm not sure we can live up to that. The press run of Wicked in itself was a movie. If you were there, you were there, and you know how it was. So I'm curious to see how this next one will be, especially considering that it closes the chapter, and I don't know, we'll see. So Wicked for Good will be coming out November 21st of this year, which is about a year from when the other one came out. And John Chu told Entertainment Weekly last year, if part 1 is about choices, part 2 is about consequences. Is this the right decision that you made, is what this film is going to ask, which I'm very curious about that aspect of it and seeing what lies ahead for this movie. We don't have anything else, no pictures or anything like that. I really did wish we got at least a poster. There is a poster floating around apparently for people that are there at CinemaCon that they showcase, but nothing else of that nature. Also very curious to see who will be playing Dorothy, like I said in the beginning, and all of these other characters, as well as what other musical numbers there will be. And I'm there. So all we can do is just wait and be excited for the movie. But let me know what you think about the trailer and the description of it. I wish I could have shown you some parts of it or pictures. I mean, I haven't even seen it myself. I'm just reading descriptions, but still, I get very excited about it, and I'm definitely ready to watch this movie once it does release later this year. Definitely wanting to revisit it again, especially now that it's streaming. Just loved it a lot, so definitely thinking about doing that. Maybe we could do a watch party of sorts since it'll be on streaming closer to when the other one comes out, and just talk about it or whatever y'all want to do. I think I'd be interested in doing something like that. So let me know if you're interested in that in the comments down below. But definitely excited whenever this trailer does drop on the internet. We'll break it down, discuss it, and see what else we can find in it. But let me know your thoughts and opinions, and who would you cast as Dorothy in this film? I don't know who I would cast, but I'm asking you that question. Let me know. As always, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. Let's get to it, and I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.